Happy Friday, everyone. Thank you for joining us for the daily download brought to you by Rex Opportunities and Ritual Motion. Check out more episodes and even more content. Normally, Ben does the intro, so I'm like, I don't know what I'm doing. On ritualmotion.com, you can also subscribe to the daily download. There's a link in the chat. And on Fridays, we have our special guest, Adam Antor. And you can follow Adam on Twitter at Coach Antor.
That's correct.
Also, it's linked in the chat if you are watching this. So we're going to hop in, especially since we have a topic in the daily download that is something that Adam is interested in as being a collegiate coach. So historically Black college and university student finalists embark on a once-in-a-lifetime experience during the Super Bowl. So the NFL today unveiled its plan for the top HBCU student finalists who participated in the second annual Madden NFL 22 and HBCU tournament, who's a mouthful, with a once-in-a-lifetime experience during the Super Bowl weekend. Students will journey to Los Angeles for a week filled with job shadowing opportunities and events with the NFL, as well as the finals competition of the Madden NFL 22 and HBCU tournament. All right, so what do you think about that, Adam?
I think it's so cool and so exciting for the HBCU esports programs. There's a lot of momentum right now in collegiate esports around the HBCU community, and it's just really exciting to see and a population of students that I think needed or wanted these opportunities, and to see these HBCU university or organizations continue to build up esports and use esports as a foundation to some of their student engagement initiatives. It's just really exciting, and to see the NFL get excited about it. I know X Community is a group in the space helping out with some of these initiatives, but I'm just a huge fan of all this stuff. So this was really exciting to hear about.
Yeah, and it kind of piggybacks off of, I think it was yesterday, maybe a couple of days ago, there was an announcement that there's an NFL player that is going to be on an official Dignitas Rocket League roster. So it kind of lends itself. We were talking about, does the NFL and the team actually support this, or is this something they're doing out of obligation? And it sounds like with this and with the Dignitas announcement that NFL's kind of playing around with what it looks like to be part of the esports scene. So hopefully we see more partnerships, and super excited about the HBCU opportunity, but also hoping that it kind of spreads out to maybe the local colleges or high schools, kind of like what they do with their other after school programs.
Yeah, agreed. And I think you bring up a good point about the NFL getting more involved in esports. We're seeing it with all the traditional leagues for the most part. We're seeing, I think they're experiencing a lower viewership number in the age group of specifically 26 to 35-year-old males. And those individuals are spending a lot more time gaming than watching traditional sports. So we see NASCAR is getting really involved in esports right now. The NFL, the NBA 2K League has been around for a couple of years now. We're seeing a lot of that. And that's really cool for those of us in collegiate athletics or under the athletic departments, because that's another talking point we have with our bosses when they don't normally know a ton about esports and gaming.
Yeah, they'll start seeing the headlines, and then I'm sure that ROI of esports would get popped up again over and over
Absolutely.
again. League of Legends has more viewers than the Super Bowl, so
It's getting
I think
crazy.
it's going to make a huge impact soon. Moving on, Activision Blizzard is bringing Warcraft to mobile, which is interesting because the last time they tried to do a Blizzard mobile game, they got a lot of pushback with Diablo. Um, you know, it's just interesting because I think people who are traditionally have access to PCs may not understand that people who don't have access to PCs would like to engage with the content. So hopefully, they can work something out. I'm also surprised that they're having these announcements in the middle of like getting acquired and all the other drama that's going on.
They might need a little bit of positivity to come
Yeah.
into the light, and this might be their attempt. I know that was kind of the thought process on the Diablo announcement at BlizzCon last year or the year before with the mobile, and it didn't come off as positive as they thought it would. But yeah, I mean, you've got a lot of loyal fans who are still on the PC, but then you've got a massive market opportunity when it comes to mobile if you can pull it off.
Yeah. And it comes off, Rocket League recently released their mobile version. And I think as long as they keep along with like maybe the lore and the, same imagery, but keep it slightly separate as well, maybe that will help. But I know Riot's doing that a lot too, is pushing content to mobile. It's just such a huge opportunity.
Agreed.
YouTube Gaming officially rolling out gifted subs like Twitch. Everybody's kind of stealing ideas from each other. So, pretty simple. They can now do gifted subs. And according to a tweet from the official YouTube casters in Japan, gifted subs or memberships, as they're known on YouTube, are rolling out to certain channels now and hopefully will go into a full launch.
I'm interested to see how it goes. This is a massive opportunity for YouTube gaming, and I know there are a lot of streamers who gain a lot of their revenue through gifted subs. And hopefully, this continues to help YouTube gaming grow. When we talk about the viewership numbers of YouTube versus Twitch, the live numbers aren't where Twitch is yet, but the overall viewer count and the users on YouTube is astronomically larger than Twitch. So the opportunities are pretty significant.
Yeah, and I'm wondering too if that'll help win over some of those bigger creators and bring over their live
True.
viewerships.
Very
Or
true.
people could just stream on Guild.
Or that. Come
We
on
have
over.
tipping and subs are coming soon, so hopefully we can do that. Maybe we should take that gifted sub idea. Anything to make our creators happy.
True.
And then, kind of last story on the list is Cloud9 partners with cryptocurrency company blockchain.com. This again just comes on to the long list of people that are getting into the cryptocurrency fad, hitting those hot words and hot topics of doing that. So it's interesting to see. Also, hopefully they can do something cool and I can get a free NFT like the 100 Thieves did.
That was so cool.
That was cool.
Yeah, I feel like every week we have a new story on a cryptocurrency company partnering with esports, traditional sports. It seems to be kind of a normal thing or getting to be the normal thing at this point.
Yeah,
So.
and maybe winning some of these popular, games and orgs will win people over who are hesitant.
True.
Not to go off on the 100 Thieves thing again, but I just really love how they explain, like, hey, we made sure this was as eco-friendly as possible.
That was really cool.
Yeah, the 2 emails. So I hope that C9 takes kind of that approach as well and like that education and supporting. So hopefully Jack can, not copy 100 Thieves, but take a little note of that. So I don't know. I'm just interested in seeing how that goes. Anything else big in the college world?
No, we're just another week into our seasons and pushing forward. The College League of Legends is off to its 3rd week now. At this point, it's yet to be determined if the final championship will be in person or not. There's been some questions and asking some of the teams to figure out what their thoughts are and if we can do it safely. So
Yeah.
keep an eye out on that.
Will do. And again, follow Adam at Coach Antor on Twitter. I know you have some Twitter spaces coming up. You had a recent one about no-show forfeits that I personally found interesting as somebody who has worked in the leagues previously. And I know that's a huge problem. So check that out. How can they find that content?
Just go on over to my Twitter at Coach Antor or head on over to my YouTube page. You should be able to just type in Coach Antor and you'll find the VODs of that.
Awesome. Yeah. And we'll make sure to put it in the chat. So this has been our Friday edition of the Daily Download brought to you by Rex Opportunities and Ritual Motion. We hope that you have a great weekend.